Yeah. All right, so I do have some good news and some bad news. Which one do you want to hear first? Well, the good news is you did get fully approved, and that did go into effect today. So you are fully covered and everything went through. Now the bad news is you are stuck with me for life, which hopefully isn't that bad. Right? You know what I mean? All right, well, so just write down on that piece of paper. Yeah. Yep. Right. Yeah, so I just want you to write down on that piece of paper. Do you still have it handy? Okay, so just write down that, write down it's a total of $63 a month, and it comes out on the 22nd of every month, okay? Perfect. Now, if someone else were to call you about this, okay, that's not me. I just want to make sure you hang up the phone and call me, okay? Because someone's just going to try and pull something on you, you know what I mean? You got it. All right, you're welcome. Perfect. You have a great day, okay? That's what I'm saying, bro.
Hey, Eddie, you gotta unmute sooner than that, because that was just flexing.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot to unmute.
Dude,
Bro, I wrote him Americo, but they had to bump his coverage down because of his health, but he said it was fine, he didn't care.
Sick. When does it draft?
Today.
You'll get that commission statement tomorrow.
Right?
That's fire, dude.
And he told me, I called him like an hour ago, he told me he had to think about it and pushed it off. And then he called me back, he said, I really thought about what you said about how, you know, when my birthday this Thursday comes up, it might go in price, so let's just do it now. I was like, oh, sweet, okay.
3 of those a week, Eddie. 3 of those a week, brother.
I'm just getting started. I got 2 more. I'm gonna do 2 more today.
Let's get it.
Let's go, baby!
It's honestly crazy going to work and being like seeing the people around me. I work with some people that are my age and some people that are older. And it's honestly crazy, like, looking at other people and their habits, like what they do on their lunch break or what they do on the drive to a job site, and just like realizing, damn, I am nothing like these people. I feel genuinely so outcasted, because it's like everyone's sitting there scrolling on their lunch break, playing a video game on their phone on their lunch break, and it's just like you know very early on if you're cut out for this. Like, it doesn't take long. If you're the type of person, if you watched a motivational video a year and a half ago and you are still grinding off of the motivation from that video a year and a half ago, like you haven't needed more, then you know you're cut out for something. And it's like, I usually advocate against motivation. I don't think that motivation is as important as people like to present it in online media and stuff, like motivational content stuff. But I think motivation is important to open your eyes to something you didn't know existed. So for instance, when I first saw whatever first thing of a day trader, or Eddie showing me day trading for the first time, because that's when I really got into it, that motivated me. And motivation is what gets you started on something, but it's like discipline is what gets you to keep going. It's like, yeah, I watch motivational TikToks on trading, but only because the algorithm knows that that's what I want to do. But it's like, if Eddie would have told me about trading and I found out the potential, I would have been like, bet, okay, that's all I need. I know it's out there. I'm passionate about this. I'm just going to do it. And I don't need anyone to spike my motivation to keep me doing things. And there's so many people in my life that I know that start for a little bit doing something, lose the motivation, and they give up. And it's like, you know so early if you are cut out for this or not. Like, it does not take long to realize, hold on, I started this thing and I'm still going, and it's not getting boring, and I'm not experiencing burnout. I just keep going. And each stage that I get, even if it doesn't have money that comes along with it, each level of progression is feeding my addiction, then dude, you're set. And it's like, I've been day trading for over a year and a half now. I haven't made $1. And I still dread Friday afternoon because I'm waiting for market open Monday. And I'm like, great, what am I going to do with my weekend now? And it's like, if you don't have that mindset, just don't, like, you're at that point, if you're like a couple weeks in and you don't have that mindset, then just don't even start. Like, don't even continue. But it's a little off track, but back to my main point of like, yeah, I just know I'm so much different from these people that I work with, from my bosses, my coworkers, the people whose houses I go to do work on. It's like, I feel like I relate to nobody except for Eddie and Noah. Like, I have yet to meet anybody. I've had a lot of people reach out to me trying to do what I'm doing. Noah's had a lot of people reach out to him, and Eddie's had a lot of people reach out to him, and we all three talk about each person, so we know when someone tries to get brought in. And it's like, it's so rare to find people that want to work and are like, okay, this can make me money, cool, I don't care how long it takes, don't even tell me, it doesn't matter to me, I'm just gonna do it. And if you tell me it can work, okay, I'll do it till it does. It's like where are those people, dude? And it's like the 1% doesn't sound that unachievable when you look around and realize, damn, nobody's like me. Like, I already have 1% mentality. I just haven't been doing it long enough to actually join the club. But it's like, I feel so claustrophobic being at work, genuinely. And so I just want to share that. I was thinking about that at work today. So
all right, so I just got off of work. As you guys know, I'm a fine dining server, and I just kind of wanted to like rant about a couple things that I'm learning in this job and in this business that I'm a part of. It ends up tying really well into life insurance because I end up networking with all these people that are multi-millionaires, or we have like famous people that are coming in. I'll just grab this. Give me a break. We have like multi-millionaires coming in. There's like a lot of famous people that come in, and this job is really cool because a lot of the clientele, like I said, are high-end. They're people that have become massively successful, and you kind of get to see what sets them apart from middle-class people that'll eat at regular restaurants. Like, for example, I used to work at a restaurant on an island that was like a seafood shack, and now I work at like a very high-end seafood place. The seafood restaurant I had worked at before, it was a lot of people like with a lot of families like raising kids on iPads, or like couples coming in not paying attention to each other, being on their phones and like just doing like random stuff that doesn't matter, or like talking about things that aren't important. And you kind of get a spectrum comparing it to where I am now of what separates these people and what makes them different. So like at this restaurant, whenever I'm serving people, I notice a lot of people are coming and like caring about how they dress. And there's people that are coming in like nice attire, they're wearing like old money outfits, suits, ties, like jackets, vests, everything. And a lot of the time that they're spending eating together, even if they're like retired people, they're spending on the phone closing deals, or talking about their business, or how I heard someone the other day talking about how they can utilize AI to market their companies through Facebook and all these other things. And it really makes you put into perspective that these people don't really have a second to lose, even if they're at like the end of their life period, because a lot of them are older folks. Even at the end of the life period, they're still working towards something or have some kind of purpose and mission. And I've noticed that compared to when I worked at my old restaurant, people didn't really give a crap, and they just let life swing by like la, didn't care. So it's just a really crazy feeling. You'll even see like some people that'll come in. I've had big parties that have come in before where it's like 12, 13 people. The check's like $1,000, and one guy has like so much money you wouldn't even expect it. He just slaps the check down. He's like, "I'll take it," and then they end up tipping you like $400 or $500. It's crazy. Another thing it's kind of taught me is how to speak to a certain audience. It's something I'm learning in life insurance as well. Is my audience that I spoke to when I was involved in my other restaurant that I worked at, my casual one, is it was a lot of younger folks. And so the way I would address them and I would get tipped well is I'd talk to them and be like, "Hey, like, what's going on, guys? Are you from around here? Like, what are you doing after this? You going to the beach? Like, I know a good spot." And when I'm talking to old people, it's a lot of like politeness, like soft spoken, slow speaking, like jokes that are not funny. Like something I say to my tables is I'll hold the tray when I'm bringing food out really high up, and so they can't see the food items on the tray. And I'll be like, oh, hey, I got a jar of pickles and an ice cream sandwich over here. Is that you guys? Is that you guys, or I got it wrong? And like it cracks them up every time. I think it's stupid, but it's just little things like that. You notice that speaking correctly to your audience is really important, and that can apply to any business as well. You might be doing e-commerce, and you might be looking for people to buy like the little astronaut lights that you find on TikTok, and those astronaut lights generally appeal to a younger audience. You're more going to be targeting college students or high school kids or middle school kids are going to be the people that are interested in those things, compared to, I don't know, if you wanted like one of those chairs that goes up the stairs, like the stupid escalator chair, you'd be targeting a more senior audience. So it's learning how to appeal to that audience. So I think the biggest thing I'm learning right now, and like I said, it's transferring over to life insurance. My first couple of days I got really lucky and I almost ended up selling my first policy, kind of using what I know from survey to speak with the lady on the phone that I was talking to. You end up learning that speaking to people in the general way that demographic likes to converse with other people in the similar age group ends up working out in your favor, and it makes it a lot easier for them to open up to you. So yeah, that's just a little rant about what I've been learning at my job, and it's cool, like I said, because all of it transfers over to life insurance. And I know when I start dialing, I'll be able to pick this up pretty quickly because I'm already talking. It's crazy. I'm already talking to these people. Like the group I'm looking at when I'm working at my restaurant is I'm talking to like 70, 80-year-olds, sometimes like 60-year-olds, generally like 60 to 80. And my people I'm talking to in life insurance are 60 to 80 years old. So I already know how to talk to these people. It's just a matter of learning how to handle objections and sounding confident on the phone. I also thought a really good point to mention is, like, at the end of the day, it is a sales job, and it ends up helping me sell products. Like, for example, I have really high-end items at my restaurant. We do a promotion where there's a 2-course on our menu where you get an appetizer and then you get a premium entree for $35. But there's also items on there that are upgradable. So you could get like a steak and lobster, like a surf and turf, or a grouper Oscar, and that bumps the price up to $55. And the way I'll sell people on that is it'll be like, hey, you get this selection of these premium items, and if you're in the mood to treat yourself tonight to some steak and lobster, it's personally one of my favorites, you can upgrade it for $20 when it's normally $75 on the surf and turf. So instead of the steak and lobster being $75, you get it for $55, plus you get the free appetizer. Obviously the appetizer's not free, it comes with the promotion, but you make it sound like there's a lot of value coming out of it. And this is after I've already built up all those rapport, cracking jokes with these people and talking with these people in a tonality that really resonates with them and makes them feel like I'm more of a friend and not like a salesman, or I'm not trying to squeeze their pockets dry. And it makes it really easy to sell drinks. I won't even have to describe the ingredients half the time. I'll be like, hey, like if it's the morning, I'll be like, hey, we have a really good espresso martini. My bartender, Mike, he makes the best chocolate martinis. He makes the best espresso martinis. Or if they're doing dessert, I'll be like, my bartender, Mike, hey, I just gotta let you know, you gotta try it. He makes great key lime pie martinis. And half the time, like, they won't even question it. They'll be like, oh, okay, I trust you. And they'll end up buying those items. Now I've racked the check up from $120 to like $160, $170, because I'm selling that steak and lobster. I'm selling that extra drink or whatever it is. And I noticed before I would be saying similar things, but it'd be hard to get people to trust me to want to buy those items and think it was worth it, because they wouldn't trust me beforehand. I would talk to them like a robot, or I'd try to talk to them like they're 20, and then when it would come out in a way where they would digest that information of like, oh, he's just trying to sell me something, I'm not interested, I'm not gonna buy that crap. So I noticed it's really helped me. Like, tonality is everything, and how you speak to people and appealing to your age group in the audience.